Yellow Home
with Anna Schofield
and Big House.
And we're live through till 8 o'clock on this fine hump day, middle of the week, downward slope tomorrow. And of course we're heading, most people are heading, for a 3-day holiday next week on top of the weekend. So that would be lovely.
Shout out Anna Schofield. Yeah, all good for that. Anna, let's talk about the worm you found in the gym. And actually, we will try to actually post that video if you're watching on YouTube later on, because Anna's going to send us that video. But tell us what happened, because I'm on your Instagram today, and all of a sudden, I am watching. I'm like, wow. You know, it was like 9 hours ago, and then there's a worm, or like weird kind of creature. I've never seen something like that. And then you're saying, not sure, I like the new gym members. And then it was really close. You were zoomed in.
Yeah, I was zoomed in.
I want to know what kind of feedback you got when that happened.
Funny feedback. Lots of, ooh, and which gym was that? And that's nasty. And funnily enough, quite a few radio mates who I haven't spoken to for a while were like, oh, which was quite funny. But it was one of those weird things. I was doing stomach crunches.
Okay.
So I'm lying on the floor,
okay.
Which looks pristine, by the way. It looks pristine, and I've seen the cleaners sterilizing and doing their thing.
It's just really, I think maybe it needs to lose weight, the worm. So
the worm is, but I turned to the left. I was sort of between sets. Turned to the left of me, and there's this thing moving along the floor, and it was moving quite fast.
Yeah.
So, and as it's moving along the floor, I think, my
I'm
goodness,
looking at it.
I'm staring.
Yeah.
It's the noise from the gym.
Oh, okay. You could put it next to the mic.
And it just was, I was going at a lick, isn't it?
But the way she shot it, I'm looking at it, it was very zoomed in. And then she's like a director, and then she zoomed out. Zooming out, and it's like, it is a gym. And the only thing that you didn't do, which is nice, you didn't tag the gym.
No, because I didn't want to
play
do
nice
that.
right there. It was...
Yeah, I didn't want to do
The interesting part, if one of the gym members knows exactly what gym is and follows you as well, I'd be like, yeah, I've seen that worm, you know?
I've seen that worm.
I've seen that
thank
worm.
goodness no one trod on it, because
it's a chunky
a
one, huh?
worm. Yeah, I think it might be a maggot.
What's a maggot?
So, okay, but it was a giant maggot.
Maggot.
I really blew. Everyone's commenting now. It's either a giant maggot, because maggots are smaller.
No.
It's larva, yeah.
Woo!
See, when you Google live, that's what's going to happen.
Oh, my God.
Maggots are horrible. They're
No,
baby
seriously.
flies. So flies will lay eggs in anything they can find. Your eye, if you leave them to sit on your eye, they will lay their eggs in your eye.
Okay. Oh, too much information
I'm
right
just
there.
saying,
TMI,
just
fam.
flies.
Woo!
TMI. Let's abbreviate everything.
Yo, that's crazy.
So it's either that or it was a caterpillar, but it didn't look like
It didn't look like a caterpillar.
because it has a pointy head and a pointy rear. So it was very strange.
Shout out to the worm. And Anna Schofield is really getting better and really cool at posting, because she posted a GIF of a worm. And the first thing I saw was like, that worm is working out, man, you know? If you know what I mean, it's working out.
It's working out. So one of the comments
Good
was,
moves right there.
you need to copy that worm.
Yeah.
It's doing an intense set. But yeah, I didn't tell anyone. I just thought, well, I'm going to leave the worm, because all they'll do is come in and squash it.
Oh, you didn't tell anyone?
No, I didn't. Because they'll come in and squash it, won't they, and kill it.
Wow.
So I didn't...
You're really unique.
No, I didn't want to kill it.
But I mean, the worm can work out in the gym, fam.
I know, it shouldn't have been there. And I'm sure it wasn't happy with being in the gym either.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Think
look
about
at it from the worm's point of
now
view...
it's somebody else who might actually kill it.
I hope it doesn't get rolled on. Imagine if you're on the floor doing some crunches and you roll in a worm, because that will squidge it.
This is crazy,
And
you
then
guys.
you'll have mashed maggot on you.
Really sorry for all of this, but if you go to her Instagram, you know what I mean. Anna Schofield, Suda, and check her out. That's all. What did I say right there? We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yellow Home
with Anna Schofield.
and Big House.
And we're driving you home across the UAE. Nice having you with us, Anna and Hass. All right, let's talk vegans. Okay, back to me.
Back to you.
Back
Okay,
to me.
let's talk vegan.
Let's talk vegans.
Yalla.
So I've been to see a lot of comedy recently. I think everyone's doing it. You know, comedy's an easy thing to host. You've got one person on stage with
That's
a
true.
mic. It's kind of cheap to host, but also it's social distance on the stage.
Cheap
yeah,
to host.
I know what all the event companies
Cheap
are
to
doing.
host, huh? Yeah,
no, it
some
is.
stand comedians around like, hey, who cheat there?
Look, no, but it's not Phantom of the Opera or Hamilton.
You mean the production of it is simple as a mic
That one.
There's a microphone, because, artists are sensitive, fam.
I'm sorry. Okay, I hear you. I don't mean that you guys are cheap
Yes.
comedians.
None taken. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean
As
that,
if I'm a comedian.
yeah, you took it to heart then.
Yeah.
So because of that, I've been and my best friend's a comedian. So
Shout out Bex.
so yes, we're going to everything, and it's wonderful. Anyway, one of the things that I really, really noticed in the last 6 shows that I've been to, every single comedian has poked fun at vegans.
Oh, wow.
They've all gone on a vegan rant. So one came out and said, I've recently stopped being a vegan and I've got my friends back, started wearing better clothes, like properly went for
Wow.
it. But the thing is, the audience loves it.
Yeah.
Audiences
It's funny.
love a vegan gag.
Yeah, that gag is meant to laugh.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm trying to understand what. Yeah. I just think sometimes this is the job of a stand-up comedian. How you can address very weird topics and very sensitive topics in a way that makes you laugh.
Yeah.
This is why Dave Chappelle is like, he's the best at that.
the best, yeah.
Talks about very sensitive things, and you find yourself laughing and be like, am I supposed to laugh to this?
Yeah, but I
And-
love that naughty comedy.
Yeah,
when,
yeah,
You,
yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
laughing through guilt.
Big time.
Always super good.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's having they're just having a field day. But it was, I don't know whether it was more interesting that all the comedians, because there was one lineup I went to, there's about 6 or 7 comedians, all of them did a vegan joke.
Wow.
Or a couple of minutes on
That's
vegans.
crazy.
But even more so, the audience were killing themselves. And at one point, one of the comedians went, hands up, who's a vegan?
No one did.
No, they did.
Oh.
And then there was like one, and then there was a space around because obviously it was social distancing. And the comedian just went, you see, I rest my
That's
case.
funny.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm sure that wasn't planned.
Well, I don't know.
That'd be
but
funny. That's
we
nice.
were all killing ourselves. So anyway, back to vegans. This has just come out, and when I read it, I just went, see, the biggest difference was found in hip fractures when I tell you that vegans are more likely to break bones than meat eaters.
Oh, wow.
And hip fractures is one of the risks. They're 2.3 times more likely. That's double. 2.3 times more likely to break your bone if you're a vegan and not eating meat.
See?
The only thing I would say on this is there's a difference between being vegan and being a vegetarian.
Can you clear the difference in a very simple manner before the headlines?
I'll try. I'm probably going to get it wrong, 4215 if you want to slam me. A vegetarian doesn't eat meat and shouldn't eat fish, but often they go around eating fish, saying that doesn't count. I don't approve of that. But they just don't eat meat.
A vegan.
A vegan doesn't eat anything from an animal, as far as I understand.
Okay.
So no eggs, no milk, no butter. So actually, when you're cooking, it's like, well, it's a banana for tea. Because what else can you... They eat completely natural from the earth products.
The primary difference between vegans and vegetarians is that vegetarians only avoid meat, while vegans avoid all animal source products, including eggs, honey, and dairy. Yes,
There you go. Oh, thank goodness I got it right.
You got it right.
It's always good to be tested in front of 500,000 people.
Great, you did really well. And that's exactly the truth.
But now there is a study to prove that it's not actually that good for you to whip meat from your diet. So
Wow. Would you ever be a vegan?
not a vegan, no. But I am practically a vegetarian. But I
Okay.
do eat fish, so I don't call myself a vegetarian.
Very, very interesting. Let us know. I would really be interested to find out if you are, if you're a vegetarian or a vegan. Let us know. 4215 Etisalat and do. And
stick up for your kind.
And do what for the kind?
Stick up for yourself.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
and tell us
for
why
sure.
you're a vegan and why
100%.
you're a vegetarian.
100%. Tell us why.
Yeah, take pot shots. We can listen. We're ready.
4215 Etisalat and do. We will be right back right here on Pulse 95 Radio right after those headlines.
Yella Home
With Anna Schofield.
and Big House.
Music's greatest songs. We're covering original classic hitmakers.
And this is such a delicious song. It comes up on any mix you have of any kind of Latin influences. If you're listening to anything, dance music with Latin, this song is in there. And it has that incredible beat that we're all getting very, very used to and adore. And I certainly do. And it's been coming for a while. Late 90s, this started to happen. And it's firmly in place now, Latin pop. It's all over the place. So let's talk about the artist as part of this song. Maluma is someone who's traveled to the UAE. I went to see him in concert here. That's such an old expression, isn't it? I went to see him in concert. In 19. Yeah, I heard myself. I caught it. But I did. We took our teenagers with us, and
Did they like it?
on the fence. On the fence, got to be honest.
That's why I'm saying, like, the Latin music is also a vibe. It is taking over the world, don't get me wrong, but it's not everybody's cup of tea, if you know what I mean. It has its, and the Latin population, obviously, you know, it's big. It's taken over America, of course. It's taken over somehow Europe.
But I feel it's a bit like country. You know, country music is one of the biggest listened to types of music in the world. But again, it's slightly niche.
A niche.
Yeah. And I play a lot of this stuff at home all the time. So I've got a few favourites, a few favourite DJs that I love. So I'm playing it, but I don't always know the names of the songs, but I'm very familiar with the music. I also work out to it, da-da-da-da. So when we took the kids, they kind of knew the music because, you know, mummy plays it, which is never a good endorsement for any artists, I've got to say. Well, because if your mother's playing it,
that's dope.
And working out to it, they don't go, yo, mummy, you're cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, they don't know.
No?
No. They go, you're embarrassing. Anyway, so we go and see him. I was hugely underwhelmed, and I came back to the show and said that the next day. I'm just hugely underwhelmed by the performance. It was very staged. He's going through the motions. I thought there was a lot of pontification and kind of, there was lots of him doing posturing, and then everyone would cheer. Too much. It was driving me crazy. I was like, stop posturing.
He's young,
and look at yourself.
He has a lot of young following. So.
And they were all going,
I mean, it's the same, with all due respect, I mean, it's the same thing when One Direction kind of came up, and they would go like, hello, everybody, and everybody was like, whoa, like, what did they do?
But I didn't see any humility or fun in it. He would just posture with his sunglasses on to the camera and stand there with his jaw looking beautiful. I mean, great jawline and everything, but I came here to hear you sing. Yeah. Like, I was just, okay, the 10th posturing, I was like, I'm over this. Can you just
Got you.
And also, it was clearly the end of the tour because his dances were so slick. He was doing it with his eyes shut. You practically felt that he was checking his watch while he was dancing. So that's how I felt.
Crazy, wow.
Yeah. And I'm sure at other gigs he's much better than that. It's just that's how I felt here in the UAE. Anyway, he's the artist behind the song that I'm about to play, having absolutely trashed him live. And I'm sure he's not always like that. I just was underwhelmed. But this one is with Nigo de Borel, an artist that I'm really kind of fascinated by. He's Brazilian. He was brought up in Rio de Janeiro in a slum. And that story in itself is absolutely incredible. He was the only child of Roseli and Nelicir, I think. I'm probably absolutely butchering those names. Dropped out of school in the 4th grade because he wanted to become a funk artist. And his nickname at school was Nigo de Borel, which actually translated means black man from Borel. And so he went, you know what, that's going to be my stage name. So he adopted that name and off he went. So his mum did, you know, her best with him. They literally did. They brought him up, though, on John Lennon and Michael Jackson.
Wow.
In a slum. I mean, don't you think that's just incredible that those artists could have reached that? They lived in proper poverty, and it actually says in all the research, I mean, just such poverty. So much so that all his teeth had rotted away by the time he actually became famous.
Wow.
His first priority... Get your teeth done. Oral health. And he bought dentures that cost like thousands and thousands of dirhams, and he then bought his mother a house.
Nice. Those
are the two things that he needed to achieve in life, and he did them with his first paycheck.
God bless.
And at the height of his fame, he was obviously earning thousands and thousands. And then, of course, he went off, and he's had album after album. He's had huge success. From 2012, he was just booming. He got 50 million views on YouTube. So in his sort of area, he's the guy, you know. He's done some big stuff. And this song is very much his, and Maluma came along.
Yeah.
And Maluma did it with him, and they sang it together. And so now Maluma's real name is Juan Luis Londono Arias.
Nice.
You would change it to Maluma, wouldn't you? Because it's quite a mouthful for everybody.
Could be, yeah.
It
depends where you are. Yeah, Maluma is such a catchy name.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great stage name. And he's Colombian, obviously. So him together with these two together doing their thing. I'm so careful when I say his name. I've got to be honest. I've been practicing off air. That's why I was stuttering, because I do not want to get that wrong. But I love the feeling of this, you know, this child from a slum in Rio de Janeiro teaming up with a Colombian and getting together on this mix for this song, which is absolutely incredible. And let's talk about the song, because the song's had a lot of covers.
When did it drop?
When did it drop?
The song,
2018.
Yeah. Cool.
2018. First released November 2017 and then just kept going. And it was on Maluma's third studio album. And of course, shone the spotlight on both of them. But a lovely collaboration and completely core Latin, both of them. So that's why it's very,
100%.
very genuine.
Yeah.
And a total party tune. Put it on at any party and it goes down a storm. I'm telling you, done it many times. So let's listen.
Yella Home
With Anna Schofield.
and Big House.
And it's Monday, by the way, just in case you were listening to the beginning of the show where I was saying it was Tuesday. It is, of course, 5 to 7. Nice having you with us here on Yalla Home. All right, so
Yalla.
this is just going to be delish, literally.
It is because, you know, so our own Gabby, shout out to Gabby, working the camera, has sent me this video. And he said to me this, he's like, Anna is going to tell you things on I don't know what, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. And that led to, I'm like, what's happening here? So these are like, I saw that these are slang terms that, you know, British people use for food.
For food.
And I'm like, I had no idea. I didn't even watch the link. I said, okay, I'm going to be like, just hit me.
Right. Okay, so here we go. If I say to you, now, I think there's some that you're going to know. Cha.
Okay. Cha.
Do you want a cup of cha?
Yeah, cup of cha is tea.
Right.
Okay, good
so
job
just
from
get
you.
that.
Mac.
Okay. One. Where's the bell? We need the bell.
The bell is up there. Let me go get it.
Go get the
you do
bell.
your thing.
And so I'm going to teach him, this is just happening live. I'm going to teach him 4 things. And I want to tell you what they are, but I can't until afterwards. And it's really important that he gets them right. The thing is that I don't know anywhere else that does this sort of thing, where a Brit will teach someone from Saudi Arabia slang terms like this. So, cup of cha is
Tea.
cup of tea.
Woo!
Okay, amazing.
Okay, cool.
Right, would you like a pop?
A pop.
Would you like a glass of pop?
A glass of pop.
Yeah.
It's not water or soft drink.
Well,
Soft
you know,
drink?
those are two...
Soft drink.
Soft drink. Yeah, you're right. It's a glass of Coke or
Yeah,
Pepsi
wow.
or
Okay.
it's pop because it's got bubbles in
Oh.
it and they pop.
That's funny.
Well
hey,
done.
I'm doing 2 out of 2, you guys. I'm a Brit.
2 out of 2.
Okay, let's go.
I'm not happy about this.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want a bicky with your pop?
Yeah, that I couldn't get. A bicky, like...
Bicky?
A bicky with my pop. Now you put it in a sentence. I thought that bicky is a slap or something like that. A bicky.
A slap.
A bicky with my pop.
Yeah.
What is it? What's it called?
It'd be really nice with a
an
cup
astro.
of cha.
Lemon.
Lemon? It's not a lemon.
It's not a lemon.
No, boo.
Boo.
One more.
Lemon. Do you want a bicky with your pop?
Yeah.
Bicky with your pop. Ice.
Ice, baby.
Ice?
No,
Oh.
wrong. No, bicky is biscuit.
Biscuits. Biscuits with pop?
Yeah, you have a biscuit with your pop. You just have a biscuit with a
Yeah,
drink, wouldn't you?
okay.
You'd have a cup of tea.
I
it's
got
a
that
biscuit.
wrong.
You can have a bicky, you have a
Okay.
biscuit.
Okay.
All right, what about some bangers?
Yeah, that also I'm not understanding. Bangers.
Bangers, do you want some bangers with your mash?
What's a mash?
What's mash?
Yeah.
You don't know what mash is?
No.
It's even better. Bangers and mash.
Well,
so
no,
if I say to you,
be easy on me right now.
this is really famous English meal. They even put it in
Bangers
the
with
on the menu.
mash.
Bangers and mash. Yeah. Any idea?
No idea. Give me another word other than mash.
I can't, because
Yeah.
mash pretty much describes what it is. Mashed.
Potato.
Right.
Some bangers with mashed potato. Gravy.
No.
Sauce.
Sausage.
Bangers is sauce. Sausage.
Sausage.
Bangers is sausage.
Yeah.
Yo,
Bangers.
that's crazy.
Sausage and mash.
What?
Very famous
I didn't
British
see that
meal.
coming.
Yeah.
Sausage and mash.
But it's bangers and mash. It's
Bangers
called
and
bangers
mash.
and
So
mash.
if I go to any place that in the UK and say I want bangers and mash,
They'll bring you sausage and mash and gravy.
Wow.
And you'll probably get peas with it as well. All right, last one.
Okay.
If you're still hungry, maybe you want a sarnie.
A sani, a massage.
Sarnie.
A sani.
A massage.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm offering you a massage live on air.
After
Would you
hungry.
like that?
If you're hungry, you want a massage? What a massage?
No,
I
if
want the
you're-
massage right now.
Still
I'm
on
telling
about
you.
the
Yeah,
massage.
Yeah.
No, the sarnie.
So put it in a sentence again, please.
Okay. Do you want a cheese sarnie? Maybe you want a sausage sarnie?
You're kidding. Sani is a sandwich?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Sani?
Yeah, sarnie.
Sani?
Or a bap.
A bap.
Do you want a bap?
I want a bap. Yo, can you? What?
Yeah, do you
That's
want a
so-
cheese bap?
So Taryn would know what a bap is. Our own Taryn that
Oh, he'd
came
know
here.
all of these.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, he probably uses half of them.
That's
So do you know what a bap is?
No.
Okay, I can't ding the bell.
Bap.
Bap is one of those round rolls that you put something in. So you might have a cheese bap, cheese roll, or
Great.
like a turkey.
These are all slang for food
yeah,
items.
Yeah, we
Isn't
got
that
loads
crazy?
of them.
Is there a lot more than that? We need to do this like another week.
Because I need to research more because
Yeah.
actually that we do use all these things and we use them all the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, do you want a glass of pop? Do you want a bicky? Bangers and mash, sarnie, cup of cha? I mean, especially if you're in London. A lot of these are like proper London in it.
In it.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Let us know how did I do, ladies and gentlemen, because I think I did pretty well.
You did quite well.
But you're incredible because like you gave it to me in a sentence.
Okay.
Like, would you like the glass of pop? Like, you know?
Yeah.
There's-
But you still thought it was ice. But that's all right. That's
No, I didn't
fine.
say that.
You did.
Pop was the ice, yeah,
You
true
said,
that.
was it ice? That's all right. But it's funny. And it's not till someone says it out loud and says, why don't you go and teach someone who's from Saudi Arabia what these things mean that you think, yeah, these are really weird labels.
Ring the bell again, because I like the ring the bell. Give me the bell
I'll give
next
you
to
the
me
bell,
right here.
okay.
Before the headlines, ladies and gentlemen, I got it right here.
This is why they hid the bell from us. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
I think we overbell.
Yeah, that's true. We are overbelling all day. Ladies and gentlemen, this was it, but this is really cool. Let's do this again sometime. I like that. I don't know if we have any slang.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
do you have any terms?
No, basically, you don't understand. Like, you don't get. Anyway, we have the headlines right now. Let's do that, and then we will be right back.
Okay,
Keeping it light
then
right
tell
here.
me.
Pulse 95 Radio.
Yellow Home.
With Anna Schofield.
Big House.
Here through till 8, guys. Nice having you with us. Hope your drive home is going well. All right, let's talk about robot teachers and
Okay.
AI in the classrooms.
I mean, look, the headline itself, the future of schools, robot teachers, AI in the classroom, but with a human heart. I don't know, look, no matter what, like I know this is coming from the UE as well, and this is always something that the UE is pushing, but there's so many things in my mind because I've always wanted to, teachers are very crucial and important part of our, growth.
Agreed.
And unfortunately, when you have a bad teacher,
Yeah, that's
it
it.
really affects you.
Yeah.
It affects you really big time, Anna. Like it affects your vibe, it affects your personality, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not sure what a robot can do because I'm hating this even more, to be honest, because I am against the school system anyway. Like and what
Yeah, you
worldwide.
don't like it, do you?
No, because of what they're teaching. I like the method of building the person's character.
Yeah.
Not just like, do your history work or do your math work and then
Yeah.
that's it. Because we all know this is great, you get the grades, but then you go. My dad, may his soul rest in peace, used to tell me, Hassan, you need the degree because it opens doors.
Yeah.
But that's no longer really, to be honest with you, in 2020, you don't need a degree to have the best job in the world. You got all these content creators
Yeah.
doing incredible things without a degree. So I'm
you
just
have,
saying.
But that can only be if you want to be a content.
Yeah, no, but anything,
content
even like
provider
even
or-
like nowadays, what are the? Again, I'm not pushing people to stay away from school. What I'm saying is that to challenge it. I'm with having a conversation about it. So when I see a headline saying robots will teach with a human heart, I don't know about that, to be honest.
I think that in 10 years they'll be saying, "Oh, I've got a really good robot for history."
Yeah.
I really like the robot in history. I think that the robots will be modelled. I know, but,
No,
it's funny
but
though,
see,
right?
that's another thing that people were afraid of. It will take also away the human teachers
I completely agree. I
who
just want
work
to say,
so hard.
I'm on your
Imagine
side.
you work so hard, and what do? You teach the robot. What do you like? You know what I mean? What do you do?
I do think that, I'm sort of halfway with you on the education thing. I think that they are old-fashioned and I think the curriculum needs updating and I think it needs modernising and definitely working towards children rather than just churning out kids that are repeating the same stuff because not all kids respond to that. However, you do need degrees because if you don't do a degree, how can you train for a certain skill set?
Yeah.
Yes, content, whatever's, and social media is one thing. But even then, my daughter's studying media studies and it's really hard. And they say, don't take media studies as an easy option. This is difficult. And they have to learn all the vocab that goes with it. They have to be knowledgeable about the different platforms. She can't do that unless she goes to school. And also studying it is a complete joy. I think if you want to be an actor, you absolutely need to learn the skill. Go and study plays, go and study actors, the different methods of acting, go and be on stage. You do need to go and study those things. And if you want to be an
100%.
accountant, then you absolutely need to delve into it.
I think it's very interesting. This is, again, my own personal opinion. It has nothing to do really with Pulse 95 or Yalla Home for that matter. I just want to...
And me.
It's yeah, of course. But I mean, it's really important that we realize, like there's a old Islamic hadith that or a saying. I don't want to say something wrong. it says somehow, translating it, stand up for the teacher. The teacher could have been a prophet.
Yeah. I remember you saying.
So it's strong. Like it's not, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Not a lot of teachers get their worth in terms of salaries.
And they're terribly paid in the UK.
Yeah, so
just treated very badly.
And that's a big problem because they're teaching our future. Like the kids are in their hands. So if you're gonna leave the kids in a robot hand, what would that say? And everything is gonna be programmed. The robot cannot say. Let's say the kid. His parents passed away from here, right?
Oh my God, okay.
How would the robot understand? There's no way in the world the robot will understand this.
The nuances of that.
No
and
way.
The emotional layers.
I don't care what you put technology in this robot. There's no way.
No.
They will feel emotions.
Well, what they're saying, in the next 50 years, schools will likely feature robots interacting with pupils and lessons will be run by artificial intelligence.
Yes, I do.
But technology will not be an effective teacher unless it has a human heart. So school educators need to recognise that circumstances change and that we need to embrace AI, absolutely, and the digital applications, but as well as recognising that there needs to be some access to a human being.
Makes sense.
I mean, technology, they're saying, has been a lifesaver for families, students and the education systems, especially during COVID-19.
Yeah.
It's kept the schools going.
Truth. That's
I mean, it
truth.
really has.
Yeah.
And even I admit that.
And
I
anyone
don't
that doesn't
want
tell you that, of course, technology plays a big role. But I mean, just the headline itself, replacing, like you'd go in, you'd see a robot.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is 54.
But they will, they will. They will. And maybe you'll end up with a system where schools that are very, very expensive have human teachers. And then schools where, the parents can't afford to pay, they get a robot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're going to split society. Well, it will, because it will be so much cheaper for schools. Let's get 20 robots and they can all teach. You've got the maths robot and the history robot.
And you don't have to worry about days off and stuff like that?
No. Just oil the robot and off you go. Make sure it's got some WD-40.
That's horrible, man. I'm telling you.
And then you'll get the elitist schools. Humans, they have humans teaching.
I really want to hear from you. 4215, text us right now. 4215, it's Salat and Do. Are you with having a robot teach your kids in school? Yes or no? That's all we want to hear. If I tell you tomorrow that your kids are going to be taught by robots, would you be okay with that?
I'm kicking off. Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
If you liked this episode of Yalla Home, drop a like and subscribe.
95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.